Welcome dear students. In this video lecture we are going to learn how to draw the isometric view of a prism. The question is, draw the isometric view of a pentagonal prism of base side 30 mm and axis height 65 mm resting on HP by its base. So it's a simple solid with a simple resting condition. We are going to draw its both orthographic and isometric views. So always we needed to start this type of answers by drawing the front and top views of the solid, that is the orthographic views of the solid. Thereafter we can go for drawing the isometric view by using our box method. See, now I am going to draw the isometric view starting from the XY line. The object is pentagonal prism and it is resting on the horizontal plane. So in this way it's going to rest by its base. So in that case, you can see the base view pentagon of the solid through the top view only. So I need to start the answer from the top view. In the top view, I am going to draw the base view of the solid, the pentagon. Let me to draw it. In this problem, you can note one thing. There is no specific condition is given for the uh, any base edges of the solid and the VP screen during the resting on HP. Simply the problem is the object is resting on HP by its base. So I can maintain one base edge parallel to XY or perpendicular to XY or inclined to XY. It's my freedom only because there is no condition is given in the problem. For this time being, I am making one base edge parallel to XY, and this is what my base view. It is a pentagonal prism, so it's going to have 10 corners, 5 base corner and 5 face corner. Let me to mark them. So the all alphabets are mentioned in the base corner. So when you look from the top, they will go inside the bracket. And now I need to project every corners towards the front view. The axis height of the solid is given as 65 mm, and before that I have to mark the base side. Let me to mark the corners, and you can complete the view also. There is no more sectioning of the solid is going to happen. So in that way, now itself I can darken all the face and base edges, including the lateral edges. Yes. Now the orthographic projection of the given object is over. Now I am going to draw the isometric view of the solid. For that, first I need to draw the isometric axis. The isometric axis are nothing but, first we need to draw a horizontal line. After that, I need to mark an origin. So from this origin point, I need to draw two lines inclined at 30 degree to the horizontal line, both in rightward direction and leftward direction. So the inclination should be 30 degree. Yes. So this environment is called as isometric axis. And here I am going to draw the isometric view of the solid. Here now I am going to follow the boxing method. For the boxing method, first I need to enclose this base view inside a box. These things can be done with the help of the 2H pencil in order to avoid spoiling the view of the drawing. Yes. What I did now is I just enclosed this base view inside a four-sided box. This may be a square or may not be a square. This is not a problem, but you are going to enclose this base view inside a four-sided box, and we can mention the corner names for the box. Say they are Roman letter 1, Roman letter 2, Roman letter 3, and Roman letter 4. Just for my understanding purpose, I am doing like that. For your better vision, here I changed the color of the box edges into blue, but in your paper you have to draw this box with the help of the 2H pencil only. Now, as per the box method, first I need to draw the box here by using the dimensions from the top view. Here you can see the box sides 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4 and 4, 1 are there. So the box corner 1 can be drawn in or marked in the origin of the isometric axis here. So the bottom left corner of the box say the corner number Roman letter 1 should be marked in the origin of the isometric axis. See here I marked like that. And then in this left wing I need to mark the 1 2 side, and in the rightward wing I need to mark the side 1 4. For that we have to measure the exact dimension. Just measure the distance of 1 2, the length of the side 1 2, and mark the corner 2 in this leftward. Here I am doing everything with approximate dimension only. In your paper you can do these things with the exact dimension. Say roughly I marked the corner Roman letter 2 in this part, and then measure the length of the box side 1 4 and mark it in the rightward direction axis approximately here. This is nothing but 4. And in order to mark the 3, we need not to measure the distance between 2 3 or 3 4. See how I am obtaining the point number 3. For this purpose you can use your drafter for better results. Take your drafter and make it parallel to 1 4. Parallel to 1 4. Parallel to 1 4, and from the point 2 draw a line which is parallel to 1 4, and then make your drafter parallel to 1 2, and from the point 4 draw a line. These two lines will intersect at a point. This point is nothing but our point Roman letter 3 in the box. So in this way you have to mark the point number 3. Thereafter, this box is nothing but our guidance to mark the various corners of the pentagonal base. The pentagonal base is having 5 corners in the base: A, B, C, D, and E. This A, B, C, D, and E are located in the various sides of our box. See here, the point number A is located in the side 1 2, and the point B and C are located in the side 2 3, Roman letter 2 Roman letter 3, and the corner D is located in the box side 3 4, and the corner E is located in the box side 4 1 or 1 4. So by measuring the distance between the corners and the particular box corner, we can mark the same here. For example, the point A is this much distance far away from the Roman letter 1. So this much distance far away from Roman letter 1. So now you need to measure this distance and mark the point A in the same separation between 1 and the particular point in the direction 1 2. Approximately I can mark it here. So this is nothing but A. In the same way, in the box side 2 3, I can mark the B and C by measuring the distance between the Roman letter 2 and point B and Roman letter 2 and point C. Approximately I am marking here and there. This is nothing but point B, and that's nothing but point C. In the same way, I can mark the point D from the Roman letter 3 of the box. Or in case of the regular polygon pentagon, the distance between the 4 and D is equal to the distance between 1 and A. So in order to mark it in the same place, maybe you can follow this way. Just have your drafter parallel to 1 4, and from the A you can mark the point D in this way. This is also possible, or simply by measuring the distance between the Roman letter 3 and D and mark it in the same way. And at the time also you will get the same results. In the same way, measure the distance between the Roman letter 1 and E. In the box side 1 4, you can mark the point E here, approximately here. So after that I can join all the base corners with the 2H pencil. See here the distance I marked are approximate only here. So the results may vary with your exact case. Yes. Now I just drawn the isometric view of the base surface only. Not yet we completed the entire diagram. See here. The rest of the edges, lateral edges and face edges can be drawn one by one. Here, the location of the point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with respect to the box sides is as same as the locations of the points A, B, C, D, E. So the same place we can mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the meantime you need to include the height or altitude of each and every face corners. Say here the point number 1, the face corner 1 is 65 mm located in the upward direction from the point A dash. So what I needed to do is I needed to locate the point number 1 65 mm above the point A. Here I can mark the point number 1. Point number 1. And in the same way, from the point B, I needed to lift the point number 2 in perfect vertical manner with the same distance what I followed for the first case. And in the same way from the point C, and from the point D, and finally from the point E. Now these are all the points B, sorry, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now my duty is to connect all the face corners. In this way I can bring the isometric view of the pentagonal prism here, and after that I need to darken the visible edges only in this isometric view. This can be easily find out by you by simple experience what are all the visible edges and what are all the invisible edges when the solid is looking from this condition. The face edges, all face edges are visible. And not all the side edges are visible in this condition. So the edges which are all faced in front of us are the visible edges. Now the work is over. I just drawn the isometric view of the pentagonal prism. See here, I need not to darken the edges BC, CD, DE or 3C, 4D. Since they are invisible edges, I need not to darken them. Just for our drawing purpose, we can draw them during the procedure, but at the last we need not to darken them. The edges which are all considered to be visible when you look the solid from this condition are only needed to drawn with HB pencil.